You enrolled at Montgomery College knowing exactly what you wanted to do for your career. You were going to be a doctor or a scientist or an artist or an accountant or any of the majors that MC offers. But once you started taking classes in that major, you found out it's not the right fit for you. So what do you do when you discover a major is not right for you? We have the answers up next on MC 101 on the Real. Hi, and welcome to MC 101 on the Real. I'm Dr. Beverly Walker-Griffea, Senior Vice President for Student Services at Montgomery College. Determining your career path is not an easy thing to do, nor is it something to take lightly. How you plan your college career could make the difference between landing the job of your dreams or getting spun around in the career carousel. So how do you plan your career future? Well, the best place to start is with MC's Career and Transfer Services.
Well, if you have doubts about your major, you're not sure about your career direction, the best step is to go to one of the career centers on any of the 3 campuses. And there we have career assessment instruments that you can take, career counselors that you can meet with, and a whole range of different kinds of activities and programs that can help you get moving in the right direction. A typical first step for you would be coming into the Career Services Center and meeting with somebody. They probably would get you started on an assessment instrument. We have one called Career Cruising, which gives you just a short number of questions to help you kind of narrow down some career direction. And then the next step would be to meet with a career counselor to kind of get a better idea of what the results mean and what that might mean in terms of a major at Montgomery College, long-term transfer, and ultimately career aspirations, where you're going. We would like you to continue to use the Career Center, the Career Services at Montgomery College throughout your journey. And once you have a clear career direction, we have a lot of other resources too to help you with your job search, with your resume, and finding employment, including an online job board called eJobs that has over 6,000 employers that come to Montgomery College looking specifically for Montgomery College students. No matter what type of job you're looking for, you can find that information on eJobs. That includes on-campus employment jobs, off-campus employment, internships, even volunteer types of opportunities. The students wanting to access this information remotely can go to montgomerycollege.edu/eJobs, and there you'll find links to internship sites, our online job board, career centers, on-campus employment, and a whole range of different career services. You can go there, you can put in keywords to look for certain jobs, you can search by major, you can set up job agents, you can post your resume so that employers can find it. So it's just a great one-stop shop for any type of job that you're looking for. The end result, we hope for all our students, is that they get jobs at the end of their education. And linking up with career services early and often is one of the deciding points on how quickly you're going to find a job after you graduate. And by and large, students that get involved with career services, that get some kind of work experience and internships, find jobs faster than students that don't. So I just want to encourage every student out there to get involved with career services, take advantage of these wonderful resources.
Now that you know the basics of career and transfer services at MC, it's time to see things in a little bit more detail. Montgomery College offers career counseling, including a career development course, DS 103, to get you started on the right foot.
Here at Montgomery College, we have our DS 103, which is a career development class. It's a 2-credit class, so students can actually use that towards their electives if they have electives in a major. In that class, they do a lot. They do a lot of reflection. They think about their skills, their interests. We also do a lot of talking about how family can impact your career decision, as well as society even. thinking about the way that society looks at careers, how that might impact the way you look at careers. All that we try to do typically in the first half of the class. And then the second half is a lot more practical application. We do things like resumes, cover letters, we even do mock interviews. We do career research, and I do touch on some transfer resources and scholarship. In addition to the DS-103, in both the DS-107, which is first year seminar, and DS-104, which is our international seminar, they touch on career as well. So most of our new students will get at least a little bit of some career exploration. In those friend situations where when you look at it, maybe they're not really your friends, they just don't want you to do better than they're doing. So sometimes they can hold you back. Yeah. I oftentimes will stay in touch with students that have taken the DS-103 class. The most common feedback I get is either they really enjoy a lot of the reflection. They haven't thought about career before in such a long, drawn-out way. They haven't really thought about what they enjoy doing and how that can be applied to a future career. They really, a lot of times, like the assessments. We do the strong interest inventory and the Myers-Briggs, so they tend to get a kick out of that. You know, what does this foreign instrument tell me about myself that I didn't already know? And a lot of times they're very surprised because they find that, how does that know me so well? And it can validate some of the thoughts that they're already having. So I get that a lot. And then also the practical part. I think a lot of them haven't written a resume before or haven't actually done a cover letter or doesn't really understand the parts of it. And so they like that. They like coming out with a concrete thing that they'll be able to use right away or in a few years when they're done with their education. I've actually had a couple students come back and say, I used that resume and I got a job. So that's always very rewarding too. I think career services and counseling and advising, we partner often. So a lot of not only the DS-103, I certainly do it in my career development class, but also the DS-107 and DS-104, we often invite members of the career services office to come into the classroom and talk about some of the resources that they offer. And so they come in and they talk to the students about things that they can see them about outside of the class. We do also have Career Month events every year. We have different events on graphic design careers, engineering careers. The Counseling and Advising Department, as a department, we sponsor and host the Majors Fair. Students can have the opportunity to talk to people in the profession about their careers and the preparation it takes to get to that point. And the Career Services team, they always attend that event as well. So lots of partnership, lots of co-promotion of events, and we all just work very nicely together, I think. Getting to talk to somebody about your career preparation or your education preparation, that's a great service that students sometimes don't take advantage of when they're in an educational institution. It's something that they should, because once you finish, if you were to look for that service, it's something that you would pay for out in the real world. So that's certainly a perk. We also try to meet students where they are, so we have a lot of different ways that students can utilize career research and resources. For the students that are willing to come in, I think it's great. You may think you have all the answers, but getting some additional perspective never hurts. It's a great opportunity to air out some of your thoughts and to get some good feedback and make sure you're going in the right direction.
MC's career counselors and DS-103 courses have helped countless students plan their futures. I'm here with Shahima Chalela. She is a TV production major at MC, and she's planning on becoming a producer-director. So Shahima, how did DS-103 help you?
It helps me to get my career goals, to do my interviews, and to do my resume.
Wow, it seems as though you're well on your way to your dream career. But that's not the only way MC helps students find their career paths. We also have career and transfer service centers to help you on your way to career success.
The Career Transfer Center is here to serve students by introducing them to resources that will help them make wise decisions while academically achieving their goal at Montgomery College. We want you as Montgomery College students to be able to come to the Career Transfer Center and look at various resources, whether the resources are our career library, transfer library, our career stand, transfer stand, or any of the other information that we offer throughout the center. We also want you to be able to use the online search engines. We will be here to assist you. We will initially sit down and talk about what it is you want to achieve using the Career Transfer Center. And thereafter, we will actually do the research so that you will have a portfolio to look at. I will be referring you to a counselor after we've met. After you have spoken with your counselor, actually letting them see what you have gathered in your research in the Career Transfer Center, then we can sit down again and talk to make sure that you're on the right track. The goal here is to make sure that you get the resources that you need in order for you to make a wise decision about what it is you would like to major in, what school you'd like to go to, and afterwards, how do I prepare that first resume? We have events throughout the academic year, and an event that's going to be taking place will be Transfer Day. We want you to come in and talk to representatives from colleges and universities, not only in the Washington metropolitan area, but also throughout the United States. We will hold this event throughout the year. It happens twice during the academic year. So don't forget about Transfer Day. I think you're going to really enjoy the experience, and we want you to get used to the idea of being able to actually talk to college and university representatives who want to come and talk to the best and the brightest. That would be our Montgomery College students. Always remember that a wise consumer makes the best choice. Because you're a student, you're also a consumer. So we want you to come in and use the Career Transfer Center as if you're shopping for your career. I hope that you will take advantage of our resources and also tell other students that we're here as well in the college community. A lot of students don't know that we're here, but once you've been here, I'm sure you will want to share this information because it is such a great place for you to start exploring what it is you'd like to do with your future.
Those are great resources for students looking to transfer to complete their career training. With me now is Paul Steinitz. Paul is a computer science major and he's looking to become a systems engineer. Paul, what have MC's Career and Transfer Service Centers done to point you in the right direction?
MC's Transfer Centers have helped me with advice on transferring to a four-year school, advice on jobs and internships.
That's terrific. But what if you're a distance learning student and take your classes online? Are there career and transfer services available to you? You bet. Check it out.
Distance students have two basic options that they can use in order to access services from counseling and advising here at Montgomery College. The first one is email addresses. Each of the counseling centers maintains a counseling email address. Here at Germantown, it's gtadvising@montgomerycollege.edu. You can also use RV Advising and TP Advising at montgomerycollege.edu. And the fourth one that we have is called Help at a Distance at montgomerycollege.edu. Each one of those emails is answered by one of our counselors here at Montgomery College, usually within 24 to 48 hours. And the students can access basically any question that they ask that will be answered by one of the counselors here at the college. The second service that we offer here at Montgomery College is called the Online Advising and Counseling Center that is found within Blackboard. Any online student who is taking an online class here at the college can click the Advising and Counseling Center in Blackboard and it will present with them two basic boards. The first board is called Ask a Counselor and the second board is called Ask a Online Professor. If you click the Ask a Counselor, there are three sections or three boards that they can use. One is Ask about career planning questions, another is Ask about transfer questions, and the third is Ask about educational planning questions. So most of our career planning students can ask any question that they want on the board, and it will also be answered by one of our counselors. However, the board is an open board, so we ask students who have general questions to post them to the board, and if they have very specific questions, we ask them to email the questions to the email address and with their M number, their college ID, and then a counselor can also get back to them as well. We answer very general questions in an attempt to bridge the services for the students. So if they can't come in right away, they can get an answer by email within 24 to 48 hours. In many cases, I can answer their question by email, but if I cannot, then we request that the students come in and meet with the services here at either at Germantown or Tacoma Park or at Rockville. The best part of that is that the person by email will give them a name of a person and a contact who they can come in and either email them or call them and make an appointment to come into the college and access the career services in that way as well. I would say the most common barrier for the online students and for the students who come onto campus, particularly with career services, is the fact that most students don't realize the amount of career services that are available at the college. And they can use those services whether they are currently taking classes or whether they've taken classes here before. And a lot of students don't realize that career services is available to them whether they're on campus or off campus at any given time. One of the other things that we offer that is really nice for the students is we have a class called DS 103. It's Career Development, which is not only offered in person but is also offered online. And that is something that typically a lot of students can't get if they're not taking college classes. In fact, many of those services cost more than $400 or $500 to get in the outside world, as opposed to if you take it in an academic environment, such as taking career development at Montgomery College. We would encourage all Montgomery College students, whether they are online students or students who come into the classroom, to really utilize the career services sooner rather than later. So anytime, even if they're not looking for a job at this very moment, it is really helpful for them to come in and make sure that their resume is complete, make sure that they've looked at the job offerings that their degree might lead them to, or at least kind of explored their interests so they have an idea of where they might want to go in the future. It also helps them to possibly look at how the interviewing process will go, how turning their cover letter and their resume will assist them. And a lot of those service things we can do online as well as in person. But we really want the students to do it earlier rather than later, because that gives them a leg up in the work world and really gives them an advantage over those students who aren't attending Montgomery College.
Well, our show is coming to an end, but I hope you'll be able to use MC's career and transfer services to help you determine your career goals and to guide you on the path to achieving them. We end our show with some highlights from the Montgomery College Raptors men's and women's basketball teams. Thank you so much for watching MC 101 on The Real. See you next time.